Ahoj všichni! You're probably wondering, where is her board? It's in the other room. Guess what? February is here and I finished preparing, recording and editing my video course where you will be able to learn and perfect your Czech through 11 amazing dialogues. It was a lot of work, but I had a lot of fun with it and I would like to share with you what is it that you can expect from this course. I would also like to mention that there is a very special discount for this new course and also the previous course I created. Just go in the description below the video and find the link. When you access the page with that particular link, you will get a special discount. And one more thing that you might want to know is that if you want to give more share to me and support me more than the platform, it's always better to buy my courses through the link. If you search it directly in the platform, then I get a lower percentage. Oops. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take you to the room where this course was created and the wall where I recorded all the videos. Tento dialog bude formální. Půjdeme do obchodu a budeme dělat reklamaci. Reklamace produktu znamená, že jsem si něco koupila a nefunguje to. Nebo je na tom produktu něco špatně a já to chci reklamovat. Buď to vrátit a získat peníze zpátky, nebo vyměnit starý produkt za nový. Ale nejdříve se musí sepsat reklamace. V dnešním dialogu budou dva lidi. Je tam paní prodavačka a zákaznice, která chce reklamovat pekáč. Pekáč je nádoba, ve které něco pečeme. Třeba kuře. Pečeme to v troubě. Zákaznice si koupila v obchodě pekáč a nebyla s ním spokojená. Hello and welcome to our last dialogue of this course. This dialogue is going to be formal. We will go to a store and make a complaint. There will be two people in the dialogue, a shop assistant and a customer. The customer bought a baking pan and she was not happy with it. Budeme poslouchat dialog v češtině a potom vysvětlím slovíčka na tabuli. Jdeme na to.
Dobrý den.
Dobrý den. Co to bude?
Asi před 2 měsíci jsem tady koupila takový pekáč a on se začal loupat. Podívejte.
Cože? A ten pekáč je od nás?
No je. Podívejte se na značku.
Aha, no tak to je hrůza. Sepíšeme reklamaci. Ukažte mi účtenku.
Tady.
Zakoupeno v červenci 2021, tak to je skoro nové.
Asi tak 2krát nebo 3krát jsem v něm pekla. A myju ho ručně.
To je v pořádku, máte 2 roky nárok na reklamaci. Vaše jméno?
Milena Stoklasová.
Telefonní číslo?
605 135 155.
Dobře. Tak jsem napsala. Loupe se povrch. Do 30 dnů vás budeme kontaktovat SMS-kou. Tady mi to prosím podepište. A tenhle papír je váš.
Díky, nashledanou.
Nashledanou. So the shop assistant asked, co to bude? Co to bude means what will it be? That's the literal translation. But it would mean something like, what would you like? Usually something said by a shop owner. What would you like? Co to bude? What is it that you wish? It's more common for formal situation. Then the customer mentioned. On se začal loupat. On, meaning pekáč, it started to peel off. So we have a verb loupat se, to peel itself off. Začal, it started. So it started to peel off. And on means he, but we are referring to pekáč, the baking tray, the baking pan, which is masculine in Czech. It's more logical to say on. Cože? Cože means what? What is that? You say that when you are either surprised or when you didn't hear. Cože? What was that? Or really? It's not exactly a very proper Czech, but you hear it all the time. And it's even acceptable by the shop assistant because she was very surprised. What is this pot? Cože? You can say this to a friend when they tell you something surprising. Cože? Or somebody said something and you didn't hear it well. Cože? Co jsi říkal? We heard these two phrases twice. Podívejte, and it was without se. Means look. It is a formal imperative. We can see it here. Podívejte. When this stands alone, it's not necessary to add se. It's a more colloquial way. Podívejte. Although it should have se, but it's not necessary. Podívejte se. However, when you say look at something, then it has to have the reflexive part. Look at. Podívejte se na značku. Look at the brand. Look at the brand. So remember the verb is podívat se. But we can often leave it out when it's just this single phrase. Podívejte, podívejte. Ale podívej se na fotku. Podívejte se na fotku. To je hrůza. Also a very common sentence. It means that's terrible. Although hrůza is a noun, so it means terror, horror. What we are saying literally by this, that is a terror. But it means that's terrible or horrible. The same way when we want to express that something is beautiful, we often say to je krása. That's beauty. That's beautiful. To je krása. Sepíšeme reklamaci. Reklamace means a complaint. Sepíšeme means we will put together, we will write a complaint. This is a very interesting verb, sepsat. Sepsat něco. Usually it would have to be followed by an accusative, an object of the sentence. It comes from the verb psát, to write, and sepsat. Se means that we write something together. So it means that we add by writing. So we will put by writing something. It means they will get information little by little and then it will be a full letter of complaint, for example. Sepíšeme reklamaci, to je reklamace. Ukažte mi účtenku. Účtenka means a receipt. Ukažte mi. Show me the receipt. You might have noticed that in the dialogue we had just one time the word please. In Czech, it's common not to say please, but prosím, so often. So when somebody gives you an order like this, ukažte mi účtenku, it doesn't sound rude to our ears. Show me the receipt. Ukažte, show me, the formal way. Ukaž, show me the informal way. Tak to je skoro nové. So that's almost new. The word skoro means almost. And it's a little bit more colloquial. Maybe you know also the word téměř. That's very formal Czech. Téměř means almost, but formal Czech. Skoro is informal, colloquial Czech for almost. Asi 2krát nebo 3krát jsem v něm pekla. I baked in it about 2 or 3 times. Let's start by the verb pekla. When you look at this word and you put it in the translator, Google Translator will probably say it's hell because it considers it as the one single word. Word peklo is hell. To peklo or do pekla would be to hell. But here it's past tense from the verb péct, which means to bake. So it's a very interesting verb. It's irregular. If you want to say I am baking, you would say já peču. Já peču, I am baking. Ty pečeš, etc. And the past tense for man would be já jsem pekl. And the woman said já jsem pekla. Já jsem pekla. I baked. Peklo, hell. Do pekla, to hell. So here we have an exact same form. But when you see it's a verb, then of course it has nothing to do with hell, except that it's really hot. Pekla jsem, I baked. Pekla jsem v něm, in it. But again, we are referring to the baking tray, pekáč. So again, masculine, v něm. Dvakrát, třikrát, those are numerals. When we say how many times, in Czech it's very easy because we use the part krát after the number. Except for the first one, we don't say jednoukrát, but we would say jednou. That means once. Jednou, dvakrát, třikrát, čtyřikrát, pětkrát, šestkrát, sedmkrát a tak dále. Krát means times. Also when you do a mathematical operation, 2 times 2 is 4. Dvakrát dva jsou 4. Asi, we've also heard it many times. Asi means I guess, and here it means more probably, maybe. Maybe twice or 3 times I used it for baking. Ještě jednou. Asi dvakrát nebo třikrát jsem v něm pekla. I baked in it about twice or 3 times. Máte nárok na reklamaci. Nárok means right or claim to do something. You have the right for a complaint. In the dialogue it actually said máte 2 roky nárok na reklamaci. You have 2 years right to complain. If you want to argue, you come to a store and you say mám 2 roky nárok na reklamaci. I have 2 years right to make a complaint. Mám 2 roky nárok na reklamaci. Loupe se povrch. The surface is peeling off or peels off. Povrch. The surface. Povrch. Loupe se. From loupat se. Loupat se. To peel off. To peel itself off. Loupe se povrch. Do 30 dnů vás budeme kontaktovat SMS-kou. Within 30 days we will contact you through an SMS. So SMS-ka and SMS. SMS-kou by SMS. Tady mi to prosím podepište. Sign it here for me, please. Podepište. Podepsat. To sign. That's a perfective verb. Me here implies that you want the signature for yourself. Tady mi to. Prosím podepište. Sign it here for me. Sign it to me. Podepište, sign. That's a formal imperative. And again, podepiš. Podepiš would be informal. Let's have a look at a couple of words and words in general, which would be practical for making a complaint. Reklamace. Ta reklamace. That's a complaint. Then we heard nárok na reklamaci. Right to complain. But literally this means the right for the complaint. We'll also have a verb reklamovat, to make a complaint.